Hello grade 10s and welcome to our first class of term 3. We are starting with a brand new chapter called Solid Geometry. This is related to mechanical assembly. The only difference is in mechanical assembly we focus on cutting a machine so that we can see the inside of the machine to make sense or to get a better picture of what the machine consists of. Where solid geometry is done for the purpose of also cutting a solid, as the title hints, but it's the introduction chapter to two new chapters for next year or for later this year. So solid geometry then splits up into developments and into transition pieces, but we'll get there. So for now, just focus on solids. Solids is part of paper 1, where mechanical is part of paper 2. Mechanical is done in third orthographic projection, where solids is done in first. So that means things are upside down. So if it's the left, it's on the right. If it's top, it's at the bottom. If it's the front view, it's above the top view, and so on. It's going to start off very basic, but make sure that you will make sure that you follow along with this drawing. I'm going to start off page 61 on the left side, and I'm going to read the question. It says, what they give you is the front view and the left view of the right triangular prisms. In other words, it's a pipe in the shape of a triangle. But let's stop here first. It's in first angle. So this is the left view and this is the front view. Okay, because it's turned around. It's first angle, not third angle as in mechanical. Then it says, draw the given two views and the top view. So if the front and the left view is there, the top view will be below the front view. So there should be space there to draw it, which there will be. And then show all necessary constructions. So it starts off very basic, but this gets quite complicated. So make sure you can do this well, because later it gets tough. They gave you a starting point, so I'm going to start by drawing the triangle. I assume, it's a right regular, so that makes it easy. That means it is set to 60 degrees. Said the length is 58. Okay, there's the left view. Now let's draw the front view. Another thing that is different with solids, we're going to add an XY line between the views to separate them. And these XY lines will become very important later. So for now, just add them. You just name the line X1, Y1. Okay? I'll explain to you later when it's needed what it's used for. Okay, now the front view. So we still use some projection as we do with mechanical, but there's going to be some differences, and you'll see them as we progress with this chapter. You'll notice the difference more and more. What we, however, will have to do different is that we'll have to number the corners. Okay, so a triangular prism has 6 sides because there's a triangle on the one side in the pipe, in the shape of a triangle, and on the other side there's also 3 sides. So there's 6 in total. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to label the one side as A, B, C, Then below it, it will be 1, 2, 3. And now we have to label this here as well. It's not that necessary to label it at the moment, but later in Solids you'll have to be able to label it. So we'll start practicing it now. So follow it across. There's A. I'm going to choose that. I'm going to select that the letters are on the left side. So A, B, and C. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so for now it's not that necessary to label them, but start labeling them to get used to it. Then the top view needs to be below the front view. So I'm going to draw another XY line. I'm going to extend this line further. Now you'll see why we need the XY line. I'm going to call this X2 and on the other side Y2. If you use your 45 and draw a 45-degree line here, you can use projection to get the top view without measuring anything else. So I'm going to bring this down like we did with perspective, like we did with mechanical. Bring it across. And then bring this down. And then from a top view, you won't be able to see anything. It's going to look like a box again, but it's not. But that's how the prism looks like from the top view. I'm going to number it as well. So top view, now follow it. So follow the A, 1, 1. B and C is behind each other. And 2 and 3. And that's it. That's how simple this is. But it gets very complicated very quickly. So don't underestimate these drawings. Let's move on to the right side of 61. Okay, here they give you a pyramid, but with a base of 3 instead of 4 like a normal pyramid. And they ask the same thing. They give you the front view and the left view. They want you to draw both of them and the top view as well. And they gave you a starting position just to help you with your drawing. What's the size? 58. Ah, I actually made it on. I actually drawn in the wrong place. Sorry, guys. The corner starts there. It's 85 Sy nou deel hom weer met sorry divide it up again with x1 and y1. Don't forget to do it. You're going to need it later on. It's imperative that you put in x, y, and x1 and y1. Okay, then the front view. Okay, so the two views are done. Now we just need to draw the top view. This is my second xy, so it's x2 and y2. Now we bring it down. And across. Okay, let's draw it. Check yes. Yeah. Now that you notice, it wasn't even necessary to number it, but we're still going to number it so we can practice it. So I'm going to call this A, this point, then this will also be A, and this will also be A. Then I'll make this 1, 2, 3, so that'll be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3. Then 1 and 2, 1 and 3 shares that point, and 2 shares there. Okay, and that's it. You're going to try page 62 on your own. It's the same concept. This time it's just, instead of a triangle, it's a square. So it's a square prism and a square triangle. And I'll post a memo to you. Thank you, grade 10s. That's it. But make sure that you label the solid correctly. Okay, you can label it any way, but it has to be correct. And secondly, use X and Y lines.